What's going on, everybody? I'm Blitz5, and we got some late night PUBG patch action. This is for update number 6.3 on console. And as of me recording this video, it is March 20th, 2020, and it is approximately 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I say that just so you guys can reference it. It's saying now that this was posted 21 hours ago, but I think what they do here is that they probably typed this out or started making this post maybe 21 hours ago and then save it, proofread it, all that stuff, and then eventually publish it later, because I usually notice this. It will say like just published, but then posted 21 hours ago. But I think I'm pretty much catching this at the right time because I was streaming all day today. Didn't hear anybody talking about it. And then also shout out to the community manager for PUBG, or one of them for console, Andy M. Hall at Twitter, or on Twitter, for tweeting this out. And for him, he's in the UK, so he's working late night. And I checked in Korea, it's 10:30 a.m. there on a Saturday, because I was wondering, why this stuff always comes out pretty late on the East Coast here where I'm located. So shout out to everybody working at PUBG around the clock, literally doing late night tweets and posting this information for all of us PUBG players out there and for us console players. So to get into this, what's interesting about this is they're not going to be a PTS, a public test server. This is going to head directly to the live server. So I know some people are probably going to be unhappy about that, especially if things are broken or delayed. But for me, I feel like, sometimes they only give it a week anyway, so it seems like not that much stuff changes. And also because the last update got delayed a few times, I'm kind of happy that we're actually getting this in a timely fashion, but hopefully there aren't any major issues, or this is definitely going to backfire. And for as far as the live maintenance schedule goes, they just have a time here that it usually says live maintenance starting here and then ending at this time, but there's just one specific time. So I'm going to guess this is when live maintenance is going to start and the server is going to be down. So this is starting at March 25th at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So basically you can assume that this is usually going to be down for anywhere from 3 to 6 hours, sometimes even more, and that this is going to be playable for everybody on March 26th. So for this specific video, I'm going to be focusing on a lot of the console specific updates, and for everybody listening, you might be excited that we're finally getting some updates to custom games, which is exciting. And if you want all of the information, specific details about the weapon changes, we have the new RPG, Tommy gun, M249, and the DBS. I made a video on my channel about a week ago going over this in detail when it went live on PC, so I'll link that in a card above and also in the description box down below. But just quickly, we do have the new RPG on Karkin only. Something to note here is that you can shoot the RPG out of the sky by hitting it with a bullet. Right now, Wacky Jackie posted a clip that this was sort of glitched and the rocket just disappeared when it's not supposed to. It's supposed to blow up in midair. So we'll see how this launches, no pun intended, sort of, on console. Then we also have some weapon changes, some buffs to the Tommy gun in the so make sure you guys check those weapons out. They're going to be really strong. M249 is becoming a world spawn, and so is the DBS, which wasn't originally intended, but they ended up switching it. So now the M249 and the DBS will be available on every single map, which I'm really excited about, but I think the M249 is going to be a little OP. So again, check out that video if you want all the full details. Then we have an update here. It says the console quality of life first controller improvement on preset A. So this is interesting, and I want to kind of go over this a little bit in depth here. So it says on preset A, while holding aim/ADS, you will keep your aim even if you take an action such as falling, jumping, crouching, or going prone. Example: when moving while holding ADS, you fall down the hill or under the building. Before, you would have to release your trigger button or aim down sight and then hold it again. And then after, you can continue to hold aim down sight. And then after you fall, you will go back into the aim down sight mode. So this is something interesting here that I think they're taking some steps to maybe work on this, at least for console and the controller. But something that I wasn't aware of, and I kind of want to fill you guys in, is that according to people that are familiar with this, again, I'm not a developer or an expert in video game design, but people are saying that PUBG doesn't have action queuing, and action queuing would sort of enable this from happening. So basically in PUBG, if you're holding down left trigger and aiming down sight, and then you hit B, it moves to the next action, which is crouch, and then it won't go back into aim, and then you have to release left trigger and then hit it again to be aiming. And this causes a lot of issues for people, and this is sort of what makes PUBG feel a little bit more clunky than another game like Call of Duty that has action queuing built in. So they're not calling this action queuing, but this is basically a small improvement on that. And if PUBG can continue to add this on console and hopefully on PC, it will help the movement feel a little bit more fluid as opposed to how it is now. Next, we have some other quality of life improvements. First, they improved the visibility of nearby items on the ground by enhancing the glowing effect and adding a new pulse effect. A little bit confused here because on console, we already have the loot glowing, and on PC, they have it where it's outlined. So I'd like to see that eventually on console, but right here it says that it seems like they've enhanced the glowing effect, so we'll have to see what that is. The new pulse effect can be disabled and is listed as item flashing effect under gameplay settings. Under Team Deathmatch, the invincibility now after you die will now be removed instantly when engaging in combat. So firing a weapon, throwing a grenade, etc. will remove invincibility, which totally makes sense. And then now Rich Presence will let your Xbox friends know you're fragging in Team Deathmatch. So right here they showed that it will update you or your friends saying playing PUBG, TDM mode on Sanhok. And recently, I'm not sure if this was implemented with 6.2 or not, but I've been noticing some more information about what people are doing in the game. For example, I was checking my friends list and it said winner, winner, chicken dinner underneath someone's name. And then I talked to them and they said they had just won a match. So I had never seen that before. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen any of that on your friends list on Xbox or PlayStation 4. Moving down to sound, we have added additional ringtone for the sticky bomb. So we'll have to check that out. If you want to hear all the sticky bomb ringtones, I also have a video of that on my channel. Link it somewhere up here. And then they added a low volume humming sound that can be heard within 10 to 15 meters from the blue zone. This is interesting because this was supposed to be an update 6.2 and I kept listening for it and some people were telling me they heard it. So I'm guessing you guys were lying or didn't know you were hearing, kidding. But I never heard it. So it sounds like this is coming now and it wasn't in 6.2. Then we have the third track of Survivor Pass Shakedown being unlocked. And then here we go, long awaited changes to custom games. Not that much, but hopefully more coming or more on the way. So first we have Karkin has now been added to custom matches. They've added an esports mode preset, which I think is going to be pretty cool. Normal BR settings with esports vehicle spawns, the 2020 global rule settings. Erangel Classic won't be available anymore in custom matches, which is interesting. And the killer spectator mode will now be enabled on all modes of custom match. So I'm hoping this will help with spectate, but I'm not exactly sure. We're gonna have to check this out when it goes live. But right now, sometimes you can't go into free roam. It just doesn't happen automatically, and we're still pretty limited on console. So this might not mean anything, or this could be an improved spectator mode, which I would like to see personally. Then we have some miscellaneous changes. The first one here is pretty minor, but the next one, you guys are going to want to listen to this. First one is sticky bombs can now be found in training mode, which is great. And then the next line here is that Miramar has been temporarily removed from regular matchmaking due to frequent game crashes on the map. And this is pretty confusing to me. I feel like this should have been like a big ticket item or in bold. Previously, Miramar was removed, and then we only had 3 maps because Vikendi is also gone right now as well due to the crashing issues on console. But it was brought back with update 6.2. And then now for them to be removing it again, I don't know. This seems like it's pretty big news, and I'm almost wondering if this is a mistake or not. I guess we'll find out soon. And then we just have some bug fixes from gameplay, world, voice chat, UI, some skins that they're trying to fix, some other sound issues with the Black Zone siren and explosion sounds are going to bring the volume down. And the Survivor Pass mission fixed the issue with being able to accomplish a mission, reach top 10 after earning a kill with QBZ/AKM in certain situations. So overall, some quality of life fixes here, but I think the biggest deal is that this update goes live with a minimal amount of issues, or people are really going to be frustrated. And definitely want to hear what's going on with Miramar and when we can expect that back. I'm surprised that they put that in at such a small line item and without any additional information. But as soon as I find out, I'll let you guys know. Make sure you check out some of those videos I talked about down in the description box below if you want to check out some more content, listen to the ringtones, and also hear about the weapon changes. And yeah, we can expect this sometime next week. I'll be streaming it like crazy on YouTube and on Twitch, so make sure you guys follow me on there and for the latest video updates. As always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5 and peace out. Other guys hurt? Other guys hurt?
You're right, LT marks. You're right, bro. The other one's to the right of the one you just knocked. There you go.
Let's effing go.
Way to go, Blitz. Wow.
Nice.
Hit that dude with the molly. He was on fire.
Wow.
Yeah, he was.
That was awesome right there.